Hi, everyone. My name is Gautam Iyer. I'm a junior at Duke and currently acting as a vice president of projects for Duke Partnership for Service, or DPS. DPS is the umbrella service organization on Duke's campus, which is kind of nebulous, but in practice, it means we do a few things. In general, we connect Duke students with volunteer opportunities in the Durham community. Primarily, we have a weekly email blast that goes out to all Duke undergraduate students, whether they like it or not. And it contains volunteer information and other details on how to get involved. For example, we've been heavily advertising Volunteer Fair for Today in blasts in the last couple of weeks. We help other student organizations participate in their own service activities by providing funding to them for transportation, food, etc. And there's a process to get chartered by DPS, and you can get involved on the website. We're also working on a panel and committee model to allow students to formally join the organization, help grow our presence on campus, manage projects we're running at the moment, and further connect with the community. As an example of a project we're running at the moment, we this year are embarking on what we're calling the DPS Fellowship, which allows first and second years at Duke to get involved in much more intimate year-long partnerships with community organizations in Durham. So to sum, if you're a student, you'll get our emails pretty much weekly. You should check them out for opportunities to get involved in the Durham community. If you want to be a little more involved as a student, you can join the organization and you'll be assigned to a committee or panel based on a project we're currently working on based on your preferences for work in the organization. If you're a student organization at Duke looking to expand your footprint in the Durham community and generally engage in more service activities, there's a link on our website to go through the foundations of engagement training, which we require in order to fund other organization service activities. And lastly, if you're a Durham community organization or any of the organizations that are speaking today, there's also a link on our website to reach out to us, and we can either advertise your volunteer opportunities in the blast or develop a more sophisticated relationship throughout the year. So that was pretty quick, but in general, we just further the relationship between Duke and Durham and are trying to establish a more robust, long-standing service culture at Duke.
That was terrific. Thank you, Gautam. Do we have questions for Gautam, students and even community partners? He did address, that community partners can go on their website and reach out to them, with opportunities that they can send out in their email blasts. Is that how, Gautam, do you get most of the information or opportunities that are coming up?
Yes, definitely. Our blast has pretty much everything that's going on at DPS will be announced in the blast on a weekly basis. And there's a forum that if you are interested in putting information in the blast for an upcoming volunteer opportunity, it's a short form to fill out and we will put your opportunity in the blast.
Okay.
I had a question. So I was just wondering if we're like a student and we want to get more involved other than just receiving the newsletter, but like we're not an organization. How should we go about getting more involved? Like, do you guys have a place on your website where we can sign up?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we are in the process of building kind of like an organizational structure where, like I mentioned, students will join the organization and work on a committee or panel. If you're interested in that, we will have information about that coming in next week's blast because we're just now formalizing that sort of structure. But if you have questions about it or like really, really interested in it, I would highly encourage you to email either of those two emails on the slide with any questions you have, and we will reach out to you and make sure that you are formally part of the organization come next week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.